And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
What is up, guys? This is Mateo's 2020 Politics here, and today we're going to be discussing a very important issue. One sec, just lowering my chair, and that is Joe Biden's gaffes. And I have one question to ask before I start ranting. What did I just watch? Because, you know, he's had gaffes. One time he confused Queen Elizabeth III with Margaret Thatcher, who was Prime Minister of Great Britain during some time in the Cold War. And then he just gets people confused over and over and over. And another great example is actually really very recent in the 5th Democratic debate, where he said the only woman of color ever elected, well, specifically said the only Black African American woman ever elected to the Senate supports my candidacy for president. And Kamala Harris is like, hold on, I'm here on the stage. I'm literally here on stage running for president, and you somehow forgot that I'm a woman of color and I'm not supporting you. Just on and on and on. But this one is just, well, kind of perverted. Because first he says, I got hairy legs. Already it's like, okay. And then after that, he just goes like, oh, you know what, they turn blonde in the sun. You can tell it's a gaffe right there. That just doesn't really make sense. And then he's like, and I like when kids reach into the pool and, rub my leg hairs down. And I'm like, okay then. And then he continues and says, and I learned about cockroaches, and I learned that I love it when kids jump on my lap. Whoa, 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 whoa. Obviously, some people could take that as a sexual reference. And, I'm just saying, he wasn't joking around here. That's an actual gaffe. That's really strange. And it's, I'm not saying he's a pedophile, but when you look back to his previous record, and many people forgot about this, but in the days leading up to his presidential candidacy announcement, there were multiple allegations coming out of him touching women or trying to kiss them without their consent. And then, over the years, there have been these creepy Uncle Joe video compilations where it's like, the vice president has to swear in a senator into the Senate, and then they take a photo with them and their family. And with Joe Biden, often would be some leaked videos where he would pose with the daughter of the senator and touch her upper chest or sniff her hair. And he wasn't technically touching them in their private parts, but it almost seemed like the creators of the video compilations were kind of going a bit too far. They were a bit too paranoid. But now when you tie it in with all the allegations of, handsy Uncle Joe and creepy Uncle Joe, allegedly touching women without their consent or trying to kiss them, and even, one politician from Nevada, a female politician, came forward and said, yeah, this man tried to kiss me. So when you tie it in with that, and now with this comment, it's just really, really weird. And you might be thinking, Mateo, this video could be fake. Well, it isn't. You can see clearly the lip movements are matching up with what he's saying. But, one other interesting aspect about this is that this was part of a speech he gave a couple months back. I don't know exactly when, but it was called the Corn Pop speech, where he spoke about this dude named Corn Pop, and how they were enemies and they wanted to fight, and then they became friends at the end of the day, and it was just really random. I didn't make a video on it because I just didn't really see it as important enough. It didn't really interest me. But then I'm surprised that this part of the speech was not discovered until a few days ago, because this only went viral a few days ago. Now, what do I think of it? I don't really genuinely see Joe Biden as a pedophile. But when you tie it back to the whole record of sniffing little girls' hair or whispering, don't date anybody until you're 30. And the girl's 7, she doesn't understand what he's saying. And, the whole touching women thing without the consent. And now this thing of, I like it when kids, rub, my hairs down on my legs. And I like it when they sit on my lap. It's like, Is he a pervert? I don't know. And he might just not be. He might just not know what he's saying. Because you saw how he went from hairy legs to cockroaches and then interrupted his own cockroach sentence to go to kids jumping on his lap. So he's having a cognitive decline. We know this. And during the summer, this is when the whole Gaff series started. Season 1 of the Gaff started in the middle of the summer. He kept making gaffes, and we started really considering his mental state, his cognitive mind. And now this is just really strange, and while it isn't too viral, it definitely is kind of a bit of an eccentric thing of him to say, talking about kids jumping on his lap, and he likes that. It doesn't sound right. I'm sorry. This is really strange. But, thank you for watching this video, guys. See you guys later, and bye.